I really wanted to say. Maybe the Lord don't want me to say it.
It'll come out. It'll flow out. Hey, y'all. Good evening. It is Monday, y'all. It is the start of a new week. Welcome to All Things Women Talk Show. We're going to give you guys a couple of minutes to jump on in the conversation. So excited to be here this evening at the National Harbor. We're just going to be having some girl talk. It's going to be really good. If you can, go ahead and share the video out for us to your audience so that we can have as many people join the conversation as possible. If you have not done so yet, I need you to go follow Kim Lee on Instagram and Facebook. Instagram is the Kim Lee, and Facebook is Kim Lee. You can look in the captions, click on her name. We're going to share the video out right now to be sure that we can get everybody into the conversation. For those of you all who have never joined All Things Women Talk Show, my name is Dr. Eboni Bell, and I am here to help you discover your purpose, pursue your dreams, and live your destiny. That is my life's mission, and part of that mission is All Things Women Talk Show. So I'm so excited to be talking to this amazing woman of God tonight, Dr. Kim Lee.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Thanks for logging in.
Yes, thank you for joining us this evening. So we're going to be having a really organic conversation just about life, about dreaming. So this is my 5th season.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I launched out, about 2 years ago. Like I say all the time, I didn't wait for anyone to give me an opportunity. I took the opportunity, and I made sure that I put myself in a position to interview everyday women, right around me. And this season, I decided to launch out a little bit and try to get some more influential people on my show. So I'm so honored and excited.
Oh, thank you.
To have you on the show this evening. Definitely. So with that being said, we're going to jump right on into the conversation. And once again, this is very interactive. If you have any questions, we can look at them and answer your questions this evening. But I want to jump right into the conversation because this season I wanted to focus on women who dream, women who have actually followed their dreams, who are pursuing their destiny and what God has called them to do in many different ways. I always say kingdom building happens in so many different ways. Nowadays, in 2018, we don't have to box ourselves in at all. There's so many ways that we can help each other and help build God's kingdom. So with that being said, I just want to start off by asking, what do you want the world to know about you?
I am so dimensional. I think most women are. People, yes. Period. We can sometimes get boxed into, like you said, one thing. And, basketball players, we think all they do is play basketball. And,
right.
People that dance, you think that's all they do is dance, but we don't realize that there's so many layers to us.
Yes.
And, we allow the world to see snapshots of our best self. But internally, there are so many other facets of us. And,
yes.
I am, my dimensions have changed. And I think that people get caught in one dimension or 2 or 3 dimensions of their own lives. But as life goes on, things change and priorities change. So now I'm a mate. So I'm a wife, and that's first. And I'm a mother. I'm a minister. I'm a makeup artist. And so all of those things revolve and evolve around me. And each one of them, take precedence, over the other depending on the day and the time.
Yes, I love that.
And, you just got to, pray daily for balance. And so that if the world wanted to know anything about Kim, is that I am really fearless and I'm innovative and I'm a trailblazer.
Love it.
And those qualities have always seemed to be a part of who I am. Some days I always tell my friends I don't feel like adulting today.
Right.
Because by adulting means you have to take responsibility for the things that you say you are, which is a trailblazer, which means I got to start something.
Yes.
I gotta pave something. I
yes.
gotta make a way for something, and that's not always comfortable.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I'm learning to realize in my life. I'm probably never going to be comfortable because as a trailblazer, you're doing everything for the first time before somebody else has done it.
I love it.
And so it's never going to be comfortable. When someone has paved that way, you know, then you can fall right in suit, and it feels a little easier because you know it's been done. But when it hasn't been done, you find yourself saying, okay, I may fall and bump my head, so you're never comfortable. So I just realized, okay, God, I'm never going to be comfortable. So where I'm weak, the Lord has to make me strong, because I'm always weak. Like, I just feel like I never have enough to do it, but it always gets done. It always gets done. So that's Kim.
I love it. Wow. I love what you said about paving the way. And I always think about people like Harriet Tubman, people like Oprah Winfrey, people who literally created a way. Like for people like us, and gave us the courage and the bravery to say, you know what, it hasn't been done like that, but this is the idea the Lord gave me. So let me do this, let me pursue this. And I want to kind of segue into Wink and Pout, because when I first, you know, started hearing about Wink and Pout and seeing what you were doing and inviting people to your events, and I just loved it, because here's what happens. A lot of times we don't give back. We may hesitate to share our gifts. We may hesitate to share. Yes,
Insta live.
Yeah, hey y'all.
Hey. I'm doing an interview, guys, so just stay on and watch.
Yes. I love modern technology. We could all get in on the conversation. So Wink and Pout, when I saw what you were doing with that, I was just amazed, because how many women don't share what they can do? You know what I mean? And especially makeup artists, because everybody wants to be a makeup artist.
I know. It's amazing, and it's a great thing, and there's room for all of us, which, you know, of course, I love.
Yeah.
The fact that we can all have a part in this beauty world.
Yes.
If everybody wants to feel good. Everybody wants to be, you know, feel amazing, and so I enjoy being able to create, and my mantra for Wink and Pout is Wink and Pout because you can. Because you can. You can. You can. Yes, you can. And it's one of those things that is subjective, and it's all about, you know, who you are, and, you know, from the most, you know, intricately detailed, fabulous, over the top makeup you could even imagine, avant-garde, couture, you know, all the way down to, and I don't want to say down, all the way to the other side of the spectrum where it's simple and clean and fresh. You know, there is something in between for everybody.
Yes.
And so we have to teach it. We have to show people how to do it. The world needs to know how to be able to create this imagery that we call beauty. And so Wink and Pout gives, you know, the everyday woman an opportunity to create a fast face with a Hollywood finish, and to have this really incredible product that they can afford, that is trendy and is relatable, and that they can pick up and utilize, and it's not too difficult, and the color schemes aren't hard, and you know, the formulas aren't complex. You know, I wanted to make something and create something that women would, you know, love, and they would pick up and say, oh, I wear In Love with My Ex. You know, or I wear lace bustier.
How do you pick the names?
So these names, these color names that the Lord has given me, they were developed from my celebrity encounters.
Okay.
You know, I've been able to work on multiple sets, multiple movie sets and television sets. I was blessed to be able to work with Kerry Washington.
Wow.
Before she got to Scandal.
And before Scandal,
nice. And then her first 2 seasons of Scandal, I did a lot of press with Carrie, and then I got a phone call from Fox, and when I got that phone call to create a color for Empire, it's like we were right at the beginnings of Wink and Pout. And it was just one of those phone calls you get. You're like, are you serious, God? Like, you want me to do what?
Wow.
And so the characters were still under wraps. Like, they weren't really trying to say who was doing what. And, you know, so we really didn't know who Taraji was going to be. We knew she was going to be in it, but we didn't know what her character or her role was. Right. And when I got that call from Fox, what they were doing is they wanted to bring the awareness to the African American community about what Empire was going to be like.
Okay.
And so they called 5 beauty influencers across the nation. I was one of the 5.
Wow.
Right?
Incredible.
Is that like not incredible?
Incredible.
And they called and they said they wanted me to come up with a color that represented cookie, but I couldn't call it cookie. And I couldn't call it, anything remotely close to the show. So I called it Empire Red. And Empire Red to date is the highest selling red lip or color that we sell at Wink and Pout. We can't keep it. It's a beautiful matte red lip.
Yeah.
It's very bold. It's very alluring. It's very distinguished. Like when you pull it out, it's like, oh, you got on Empire Red.
I love it.
So y'all go get your Empire Red.
Check it out. What's the website again?
It's a Wink and Pout by KimLee.com.
Okay, listen, y'all, check it out. Google it. Get the product.
Yeah, it's Wink and Pout by KimLee.com. I don't know if these people can see me on here because I don't see us. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe restart it.
Okay, we're going to end and restart. We're going to restart it. End and restart. You go ahead and ask another question. We had quite a few people on this, so we're going to save it and share it.
Definitely.
But we're going to start over. So you ask another question while we get this right.
Yes, ma'am.
I want everybody to know about you and what you got going on.
I appreciate that. I really do. So you talked about getting a call for to do the color for I guess Taraji. Was it specifically for her or for the show?
So the color was specifically for the show.
Right.
And what we were doing is Fox was going into salons and going into beauty establishments, and they made this Empire pack. So it was myself and Damon Roberts and Kim Kimball and a bunch of us who were beauty influencers across the country who they asked to put their product in this bag, and it basically represented Empire.
Wow. Okay. So for people how do you get yourself in a position, or what parts of your journey put you in a position to receive that phone call, if that makes sense?
Well, I think a lot of it had to do with social media and social media influence. People like celebrities. I mean, they just do. You post a celebrity and it takes your stock up.
It does.
And, there's so many great artists who don't do celebrities, who have never had an opportunity to touch a celebrity. And so salute and shout out to all of you, if that's you.
Yes.
Because I and I was really blessed. My career started off with celebrities. I really don't have a fair, I wasn't tossed a fair hand in this, you know what I mean? Like I ended up with the Joker and all the spades,
We know how you got the Joker. We know how. But seriously, what type of preparation? Because you don't get those kinds of opportunities without being prepared for them.
I agree. I totally agree. I work really hard. I work long hours. I'm up a lot of the night. I don't sleep often. Like I'll send out things, and like when you sent me your message the other day, I was like, I'm in service. Yeah. I send out messages really inopportune times, and I always have to put the disclaimer that don't pay attention like you did with me. Like
I'm just trying to get it done.
And so I don't sleep a whole lot, and And that's just because a creative, our minds are going all the time, and so people are on yesterday and foolishness and
we 5 years from now.
I'm 5 years away from now. Like I'm thinking about what we're doing at another event at another time.
Exactly.
So my mind is someplace else, and I don't know. I just I work really hard. I was really blessed to be able to have a lot of great opportunities. BET helped to put me on the map. God really utilized some really influential people in my life. Derek Rutledge, who was lead makeup artist at BET, and trusted me to be able to work on the talent when he wasn't available to work. He was on the road with Eboni Bell and Shaka Khan, and I was there holding down the fort at BET for him, and that opportunity opened up a lot of doors for me. So thank you, Derek Rutledge. If you're watching this, I know we follow one another, and he's my godfather, so we stay in touch, and he's on the road with Oprah, so he is busy too. So those kinds of things happened for me at the very beginnings of my career.
Wow, you just like God just launched you out there.
Yeah, I didn't have any time to prepare. Like I just kind of went on set one day and watched Derek, and next thing I know, I was doing Jodeci, and I was doing all of these great groups from the 90s, all your favorite 90s groups. I've worked on SWV and just you name them.
Do men wear a lot of makeup?
Like, well, I mean, it just depends on who it is.
Depends on who.
We ain't gonna say no names.
It depends on who it is.
It depends on who it is. Some people like a little
I'm with you on that.
I feel you. But so those shows that people were, I say this very confidently, the shows that people were dreaming about as children, I was working on them. You know, so when you all were, you know, little kids probably watching Teen Summit and watching Tinker in the Basement, and you were watching Sita and, you know, and all of the shows, Heart and Soul, and, you know, BET Nightly News, and all of the things that, you know, young aspiring millennials who were probably 5 and 6 and 10 years old watching BET and all of the video shows. Every video show you can think of, I worked on.
Wow.
All of the video shows. I shot, my first video I shot was with Trey Songz. Everybody's like, oh my God, you shot with Trey. I was on a tour with Cash Money, and you know, so I had some really great opportunities, you know. And you know, I was on tour with Little Mo and Fabulous, and you know, so God has really been good, and I've been able to travel around the world and see a lot of amazing people and a lot of amazing things. And when you're working like that and you're working with these people, you know, your work ethic, you kind of learn it. You know, you learn as you go, and you know when to hold them, fold them, walk away, and run.
Okay.
You know, you learn early, in, you know, by those opportunities. You never take them for granted. And you learn the rhythm of clients. And I learned the rhythm of clients. So when they drink, I swallow. It's like, you know, it's like you gotta know the rhythm of them. You know, you gotta know when to back up, and you know when to kind of, you know, jump in there. And it's a gifting. It's an art too. So it's so much more than brushes and all of these things. It's so much more than that. It's really about learning how to vibe with the set and respect, you know, the producers, and I
think humility too. What do you think?
Absolutely. It takes so much.
I can only imagine, like, being around all of that energy. How humble you have to be to get the job done.
You know, they hired you because you were great the last time they heard about you. You know,
gotta come through again.
But you gotta come through again. You know,
and even better sometimes.
So many times I could ride on that Whitney Houston name. You know, I rocked with Whitney for the last year of her life. I was one of her last makeup artists before she died. Wow. So, you know, it ain't but so often, so long you can ride on Whitney's name. You know, and then after Whitney came, you know, Angela Bassett. You know, and after Angela Bassett, you know, I was doing Shonda Rhimes, you know, and then Shonda Rhimes, you know, I was doing Cicely Tyson.
Oh man.
You know, it's
can't even imagine.
It just, you know, you go from glory to glory, but you definitely, you know, you have to continue to remain humble and continue to keep that flow of adjustment. You have to learn to adjust. And you know, I've learned to adjust. You know, sets are not always comfortable. Again, you know, and you just adjust. You become a chameleon. You know,
I love that.
You know,
you're ministering to me right now.
Yeah, you become this chameleon, right? And you you look at the set and you say, okay, this is what we rolling with. All right, we eating chips today. Okay, we eating chips and cold sandwiches, and it's 20 degrees outside. You know, and you suck it up. And you put your big girl drawers on, and you wrap your neck up. And you get out there and you do what you gotta do, and then the next time, you know, then you in the green room eating salmon, and you know,
you never know what you get.
You never know what you're gonna get, you know. So you rock with it, and sometimes you don't eat it all, you know. So I don't go expecting anything. I go expecting and knowing that I'm there on assignment. I know that I'm there for a purpose, and I walk in that. And I say, God, every time I touch somebody, allow me to do the best job I can do and be a blessing to them in the meanwhile. And God always comes through. He always comes through.
I love it. Wow, I don't even know what to ask you next. You got me a little caught up right here.
Oh, man.
I guess, so I don't know if you want to share this or not. Because, okay, we know all of the people that you've been so fortunate to just be in the presence of. So do you have, like, do you just continue to just get these phone calls, or do celebrity makeup artists have, like, agents, or, like, is there someone who's getting these jobs for you? I don't know if you want to share that or not.
No, I don't want to. I have an amazing manager / agent who's worked with me for years. She worked with Michael Jackson. She worked with Venus and Serena. And now she works with me and Vernon Martin. So if you ever, a lot of you watching, you see Vernon and I, we're together a lot. We work a lot together. And we're really blessed to have somebody in our corner, Adine King, who negotiates our contracts for us. So
you have a whole team around you that kind of...
We do. We kind of have a team around us. And what happens is when they'll email us and say, you know, we want to utilize you for an event.
Okay.
And they really rallied for us. Another great influence for us was Vern Goff. Vern Goff has worked for Puffy. Vern Goff has worked for you name it.
Yeah.
Look at Google her. I talked about this the other day, guys. Y'all don't believe what I tell you to Google people. Google them. Vern Goff, who we just did Emancipation Day we did Emancipation Day for the mayor, and I was blessed to work with Regina Hall, who was the star of Girls Trip this past weekend. And Vern negotiated our deal for us. And Vern does a lot of negotiations for Wink and Pout as well. Okay. So I do have a team. And these are women that I met in the industry who took a love for the brand. I was going to ask you about that. Yeah, and our brand is something that, you know, it took years for us to develop. Yeah. And when I say the brand, I mean of B. Kim Lee, Wink and Pout. Yes. Before Wink and Pout, for those of you who've been following me for a while, Outer Skins, who my former business partner, Angelique Austin, who's a wonderful wardrobe stylist, and she's works for WPGC, 95.5. So she's awesome. So, you know, when you're around really amazing industry women, you keep those relationships, and we love each other. And so when there's a need, we help each other. So I'm really thankful for Adine, and I'm really grateful for Vern Goff, and really thankful for Jamie Foster Brown, who is former editor-in-chief of Sister to Sister magazine, who has, you know, introduced me to countless numbers of celebrities who said, she said, hey, use Kim. It's my baby.
Once you're in that world.
Once you're in that world.
And you're doing a good job. I guess that's with any industry.
But listen, let me tell you something for those of you that are watching this. And I want to be very honest with you. Instead of trying to get close with these celebrities, you need to get close with their team. The team is where you want to be. You're only as good as your team. And the team of people are the people that you're going to end up talking to and vibing with for the rest of your career, because we're behind the scenes, so we're producers and directors and writers, and
connect with the team.
Yeah, you're connecting with the team. You connect, and you need to be nice to the team, you know, because you're gonna run into them again. Okay. As I said before, everybody that works in my circle have worked for the best. Yeah. And you see them do this, and they go in and out, and you know, so you just have to be very, very careful of how you treat the team. A lot of times we're so busy Bogart trying to get a selfie, and we forget about the team. Yeah, the team is the one that's the connection. Because guess what? When that celebrity doesn't have a hit, that person's still working. They're going to the next person. Okay. You know,
makes sense.
They're going to the next celebrity. And that next celebrity, they're going to see you again on another set, and they're going to say, I remember when you treated me this way. So, yes, sir. Oh, you are? Okay. Yeah. So, we got to get up out of here. We got to wrap up.
We got in a minute,
How much time
but
we got?
5. Okay. What can you've given us some extremely valuable jewels. Connect with the team.
Connect with the team.
Connect with the team. Value the relationships.
Value your relationships with the team. Yeah. It's very important. Yeah. Yeah.
For women, not just makeup artists, but people who want to follow their dreams. And I know you, like you said, you were dealt the Joker, and you had a full hand. You know, you were just dealt this amazing hand of favor from God, right? And we know that God put you in this position for a reason. That's way bigger than makeup. I'm sure you've had numerous opportunities to minister to people and just to be the light of Christ to people. But if you could leave the dream girls out there with something, what would you leave them with in terms of how they can follow their dreams and do what God has called them to do? I know it's hard to put that into one.
No, I can do it. Okay. I got you.
I know you got it.
I got you. Do that. If I could tell the girls a dream, I would tell you to always dream, because who wants to live in reality?
Wow. That's good.
Dreams make you and propel you to the next day. They cause you, they sprint you to the next place. Yeah. It's almost like the wind beneath your wings. It's like the sail on the boat. It's like it just pushes you to the next day. Who wants to live in reality?
Who wants to live in reality?
Who wants to live, literally, I want to live the dream. People say live in the moment, and I do believe that. But we're talking about dreamers now. Yeah. We're not talking about moments, we're talking about dreams. If you don't have dreams, there's no person, no purpose, no passion. You gotta have dreams.
Gotta have dreams.
You gotta have them. What are you dreaming about? What do you aspire to be? Whether it's in your career, or whether it's with your marriage or your children, what are you dreaming about? That dream is what's going to keep you up at night. That dream is what's going to push you to work out. That dream is what's going to make you.
It gives you energy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it gives you energy.
It just is like, okay, I got this dream. Like I want this really amazing dress for prom. But somebody may be watching it like, I'm just dreaming about prom. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm just dreaming about going to college. I'm just dreaming about getting married one day.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I love it.
But you gotta have a dream, because if you don't have a dream, what's the point?
What's the point? I love it.
What's the point?
I love it. Listen, I wish we had like another hour to talk.
I'm telling you, but I do want to leave it with one thing.
Yes, please do.
I need you all to go to the IamHerSummit.org website. I am having this wonderful, incredible women's conference, so I can teach women how to feel better about themselves. The only thing between myself and you watching this is skin. That's the only thing that separates us, is skin. Every woman wants to dream.
Yeah.
Every woman wants to be loved.
Yeah.
Every woman wants to be respected.
Yes.
Every woman wants to be honored. Every woman wants to feel safe.
Yeah.
In order to have that commonality that we all love, we have to meet in one place, and that's at the summit. And if you look up the definition of summit is the highest point of any mountain.
Yes.
And I believe that God is going to meet us at that point. And He's going to bless us. And
what are the dates for?
So the dates are May 10th through the 12th.
Okay.
And we have Real Talk Kim coming the first day, which is May the 10th. May 11th, we have Dr. Medina Pullins. She's going to be here.
Lord.
Absolutely. And then May the 12th, we have Cheryl Jackson from Praise 104.1.
Oh, wow.
She will be, so we're going to be honoring women in the community who've never been honored the day that Cheryl speaks. And then we're going to have this power brunch on the Friday. So you guys, you can do, a la carte. You can just come to the brunch. You can just come to the breakfast. You can come all day on Friday. But the power brunch, we have Vicki Johnson. We have Trez Azarel, who has directed all of these wonderful movies here in the area. We have Kimberly Lewis, who is the vice president of USGBC.
Yeah.
We have Michelle Moore, who is the president of Groundswell. She's an Obama alum. Like, we have all of these really great women who are in. Yeah, it's stacked. The women who are in the kingdom doing great things in the community, in the world, and they're going to teach women how to live their dreams.
I love it. Yeah. Listen, I'm going to make it my business to be there.
You got to be there. Y'all got to be there.
Well, this has been All Things Women Talk Show. If you're on Instagram, follow us, All Things Women TV. Facebook, All Things Women Talk Show. Dr. Kim, I cannot thank you enough for pouring into my life and pouring into their lives as well. We're going to be quoting you all week on Instagram.
Yay,
so this has been great. We love you guys, and we'll see you for the next episode.
Bye.
This has been All Things Women Talk Show live from the National Harbor.